The American Thanksgiving Day. Welcome to this deep dive into one of America's most cherished and historically complex holidays, Thanksgiving Day. Celebrated on the fourth Thursday of November, it is a national holiday that centers on gratitude, family, and perhaps most famously, a massive feast. But the story of Thanksgiving is far richer and more complicated than just a single meal. The true story of the first feast. Our journey begins in 1620 with the arrival of the English settlers we call the Pilgrims. These religious separatists, having crossed the Atlantic aboard the Mayflower, landed in what is now Plymouth, Massachusetts. Their first winter was devastating. Unprepared for the harsh environment, nearly half their population perished. Crucial to the survival of the remaining colonists were the Wampanoag people, the indigenous nation whose land they had settled upon. A pivotal figure was Tisquantum or Squanto, a Wampanoag man who had previously been taken to Europe and returned to find his own village decimated by disease. Squanto served as a crucial interpreter and teacher, instructing the English on how to cultivate native crops like corn maize and how to fish and survive in the new land. Thanks to this assistance, the Pilgrims achieved a successful harvest in the autumn of 1621. To celebrate this bounty, they held a harvest festival. The Grand Sachem of the Wampanoag, Alsamequin Massasoit, arrived with approximately 90 men. The English contributed wild fowl, and the Wampanoag famously contributed 5 deer, or venison. It was a 3-day harvest feast, a local event, and a moment of temporary cooperation. It is vital to note that this was not the modern Thanksgiving. There was no stuffing, no cranberry sauce, and certainly no pumpkin pie. Furthermore, this moment of cooperation was tragically short-lived. The influx of European settlers and subsequent land disputes led to decades of devastating conflict. This is why many Native American people today view Thanksgiving with mixed emotions, often recognizing it as a national day of mourning. Understanding this complexity is key to understanding the holiday's narrative. The single 1621 feast was a temporary local event. It would take nearly 250 years to become a unified national holiday. From local feast to national institution throughout the 17th and 18th centuries, Thanksgiving remained primarily a regional New England tradition. Individual states would declare their own days of Thanksgiving, usually tied to successful harvests or military victories. The push for a permanent national holiday came during one of the nation's darkest hours, the American Civil War, 1861 to 1865. The central figure in this movement was Sarah Josepha Hale, an influential magazine editor for nearly 36 years. Hale tirelessly wrote letters to presidents, advocating for a fixed annual Thanksgiving holiday to promote national unity between the divided North and South. Hale's persistence finally paid off with President Abraham Lincoln in 1863, amidst the turmoil of the Civil War. Lincoln issued a presidential proclamation establishing a permanent national Thanksgiving Day to be celebrated on the last Thursday of November. Lincoln framed the holiday not just as a harvest festival but as a moment to thank God for the nation's blessings and to heal the nation's wounds. The only major adjustment came in 1941, after President Franklin D. Roosevelt attempted to move the date earlier to extend the Christmas shopping season, a controversy known as Franksgiving. Congress stepped in. They passed a resolution permanently establishing the definitive legally binding date. Thanksgiving Day shall be celebrated on the fourth Thursday of November. This ensures the holiday always creates a consistent 4-day weekend for most Americans. The modern culinary tradition. Modern Thanksgiving is fundamentally a celebration of family and food. The menu is fixed, traditional, and often non-negotiable for families across the country. The undisputed centerpiece of the feast is the roasted turkey. This tradition has made turkey consumption synonymous with the holiday. The ceremonial carving of the turkey separating the white meat from the dark meat is a key ritual of the day. The turkey is joined by essential side dishes. The flavor base is the stuffing, or dressing, a mixture of bread, celery, onions, and herbs, often cooked inside the turkey itself. Mashed potatoes topped with rich, turkey-dripping gravy are non-negotiable. Other staples include sweet potato casserole, often topped with marshmallows, and the tart sweet counterpoint, cranberry sauce. Before the eating begins, it is customary for families to pause for a blessing or, more commonly, for each person to briefly express what they are thankful for, a direct nod to the holiday's theme of gratitude. The meal is a massive undertaking, and a key concept for the following days is leftovers, which are often consumed creatively in turkey sandwiches. The final course is reserved for desserts dominated by autumn spices. The classic pumpkin pie, served with whipped cream and the rich pecan pie. Cultural events and observances, while the meal is the anchor. The day is framed by two major televised events: the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade and American football. The Macy's Parade takes place in New York City every Thanksgiving morning. It is a spectacular event featuring elaborate floats, celebrity performances, and its signature attraction, massive helium-filled balloons shaped like popular cartoon characters. The parade ends with the arrival of Santa Claus, officially signaling the start of the Christmas season. For many Americans, Thanksgiving is also synonymous with watching professional American football. The National Football League (NFL) traditionally schedules 3 games on Thanksgiving Day, making it one of the most watched sports days of the year. This ritual brings families together around the television, even those who don't follow the sport closely, and serves as a social backdrop. Another light-hearted, modern tradition is the presidential turkey pardon. Every year, the President of the United States humorously issues a pardon to a specially selected turkey, allowing the bird to live out its days on a farm. Finally, Thanksgiving is inextricably linked to the start of the holiday shopping season. Black Friday, the day immediately following Thanksgiving, is historically the busiest shopping day of the year, marked by steep discounts and promotional sales. Thanksgiving Day is a national celebration built on layers of history, mythology, and tradition. It is a uniquely American holiday that combines the solemnity of giving thanks with the boisterousness of a national feast. While we celebrate the survival and the spirit of shared bounty from the 1621 harvest, we also carry the awareness of the tragic conflicts that followed. Acknowledging this history offers a more complete and honest perspective on the American narrative. At its core, Thanksgiving is a holiday dedicated to gratitude. It forces Americans to pause and consider the blessings in their lives, to recognize the importance of family, friendship, and community, and to share their abundance. It is truly a holiday of gathering. We hope this has given you a deeper understanding of this important American celebration. Happy Thanksgiving.